Have you ever been sitting across from a woman laughing, connecting, feeling like everything is going perfectly, and then watched her go home with someone else? Not someone better than you, not someone smarter, just someone she looked at differently. And you've been replaying that night ever since, trying to figure out what you missed. You didn't miss a moment. You missed a language. There's an entire layer of communication happening beneath every conversation, every glance, every text that takes a little too long to reply to. Women aren't playing games. They're sending signals in a frequency most men were never taught to hear. And when you don't hear them, you don't respond to them. And when you don't respond, she assumes you're not interested, or worse, that you're only interested in being her friend. I'm your host, and this is Swana Advice, where we uncover the real psychology that creates desire. Today, we're going inside those 11 things women secretly do when they want something more than friendship with you. Not theories, not guesses, actual behavioral patterns backed by psychology and evolutionary science. And I'll warn you now, the final one is incredibly powerful. It can change everything fast, and almost no one picks up on it correctly. Stay with me. Let's start with the truth that nobody told you. This was never your fault. Nobody taught you this. The school system didn't. Your father probably didn't. Not because he didn't love you, but because he didn't know either. You were handed a script that said, be nice, be reliable, be there for her. And you followed that script perfectly. And it still didn't work. That's not a character flaw. That's a sequencing error. You were giving her the right things at the wrong time in the wrong order. And female attraction doesn't operate on logic the way we think it does. It operates on feeling, on emotional temperature, on signals that bypass her conscious mind entirely and land somewhere older and deeper inside her. Understanding that changes everything. Here's the framework you need before we get to the signals themselves. Evolutionary psychology tells us that women are wired to assess a man's value before investing emotionally. This isn't cold. This isn't calculating. It's biology doing its job. Her subconscious is scanning constantly, asking questions she'll never say out loud. Is he grounded? Does he have direction? Does he notice me in ways other people don't? Is there something slightly unpredictable about him? These scans happen in seconds. They happen in your posture, in how you respond when she challenges you, and how you hold silence. She's not judging you consciously. She's feeling you out. And once you understand what she's looking for, you stop performing and start simply being it. That shift alone is transformational. Now let's go through what she's actually doing when she wants more than friendship with you. The first thing is this: she finds small reasons to touch you. Not dramatically, not obviously. A hand on your arm when she's laughing, adjusting your collar when it doesn't need adjusting. Sitting close enough that your legs brush and she doesn't move away. Touch is one of the oldest trust signals in human bonding. When a woman initiates light, casual physical contact, her nervous system is testing connection. She's checking if being close to you feels safe and electric at the same time. Most men miss this entirely. They register it as friendly. It's not just friendly, it's an invitation to lead. The science behind this is oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which gets released with even gentle physical contact. She's not just touching you, she's feeling whether she wants more of this. The second signal is this: she remembers things you said offhandedly and brings them back up later. You mentioned once that you hate the smell of airports. 3 weeks later, she texts you something funny about airports. You talked about a film you wanted to see. She already looked it up. This is intentional listening, but coming from her direction. When a woman stores small details about you and reflects them back, She's saying, "You matter enough for me to pay attention." She's not doing this for every person in her life, only the ones she's emotionally tracking. Receive this consciously. Mention something once quietly. See if she remembers it. The third signal. She gets slightly competitive when other women are mentioned. Not dramatically. She won't announce it, but watch her body language shift when a female name comes up in a story. Watch her ask a question that seems casual but is actually investigative. Who's she? How do you know her? How often do you hang out? She's mapping the landscape. She's trying to understand where she stands. This is jealousy in its embryonic form, and it's a clear emotional investment signal. You don't need to manufacture this by talking about other women constantly. That's manipulation, and it backfires. Just don't shrink when it naturally comes up. Stay calm, stay light, don't over-explain. Scarcity of your attention is valuable. Let her feel that. The fourth signal is this. She initiates contact without a practical reason. She doesn't text you because she needs something. She texts you a meme, a song, a picture of something that reminded her of a conversation you had. There's no agenda, no ask, just contact. This is the digital equivalent of reaching out to touch your arm. She's keeping the thread between you alive because she wants it alive. When a woman with no transactional need reaches out consistently, she's telling you she's thinking about you. Don't overthink your response. Don't over-explain yours either. Match her energy. Stay playful. Leave her wanting slightly more than you just gave. If this is making sense so far, hit subscribe and join the Swana Advice community. It helps more men learn what they were never taught. Now, let's keep going because we're getting into the deeper signals. Now, the fifth thing she does, she makes herself more available around you specifically. She's busy. She has a life, but somehow, when you suggest something, she rearranges. She stays later than she said she would. She replies faster when it's you. Availability is a cost. Her time is a resource. When she allocates more of it to you than the pattern would suggest, that's not coincidence. That's prioritization. She's reorganizing her internal hierarchy and placing you higher than before. Notice this. Honor it. Don't take it as permission to demand more of it. Let her keep giving it freely. The sixth signal. She brings up future scenarios that include you. Not grand gestures, small things. That band is coming to town in March. We should go. There's a festival I always go to in summer. There's a place you'd love. I'll take you there someday. When a woman starts inserting you into her imagined future, she's already emotionally projecting a connection with you. Her brain is running simulations. She's seeing you in scenes that haven't happened yet. This is deep attraction disguised as casual conversation. When she does this, don't deflect and don't act surprised. Meet her there, add something to the vision, build on it lightly. You become part of the story she's writing in her head. The seventh signal is this. She mirrors your energy and body language without realizing it. You lean forward, she leans forward. You slow down your speech, hers slows down. You laugh, her laughter comes within half a second of yours. Mirroring is an unconscious biological behavior. We do it with people we're bonded with or want to bond with. It's the nervous system saying, "I'm trying to sync with you." You can test this subtly. Cross your arms gently. Wait, see if she adjusts. This isn't about being manipulative. It's about recognizing how deep the signal actually goes. When a woman is mirroring you, she's already connected in a way she might not have even admitted to herself yet. The eighth thing, she asks questions that go deeper than small talk. Not what do you do, but why did you choose that? Not where are you from, but what was it like growing up there? She's not interrogating you. She's trying to find the real version of you beneath the surface. She wants to know your edges, your history, what shaped you. This is emotional excavation. She's looking for something real to attach to. When she goes here, don't perform. Don't give her the polished version you use at networking events. Give her something true. Not your trauma, not your wounds worn like a badge, but real substance. Calibrated vulnerability. Calibrated. It's one of the most powerful things a man can offer. And almost every man either overdoes it or withholds it entirely. The sweet spot is sharing something genuine that shows you have depth without asking her to carry your weight. The ninth signal. She notices your absence. She's fine when you're there. But when you suddenly become less available, she resurfaces with more energy. A message out of nowhere. A reason to see you. This is the psychological power of selective attention. When you have a full life, when you're not orbiting her constantly, your presence becomes more valuable. Not because you're being strategic, but because a man with purpose and direction naturally has less time to give. She feels the difference between someone who has chosen to be there and someone who has nothing better to do. Be the former always. Your attention should feel like a gift, not a given. The 10th signal is this. She gets slightly nervous or performative around you in a way she isn't with others. She fixes her hair when you sit down. She laughs a little harder. She says something and then checks your reaction specifically. She's self-monitoring. And she's self-monitoring because she cares what you think. Social anxiety and its light form is a sign of investment. People don't get nervous around people who don't matter to them. If she's slightly elevated in her awareness of herself around you, she's already under the influence of something she might not have named yet. Now, the 11th signal, and this is the one I told you to stay for, she introduces you to the inner circle of her world. Not the group hangout, not the casual collective of people she sees on weekends, the specific people whose opinion actually matters to her. Her closest friend, her sister, the one person who knows everything about her life. When a woman starts engineering moments for you to meet these people, she's not doing it casually. She's doing it because she wants to see if you fit. She's doing it because some part of her already imagines a future, and she's quietly stress testing it. She might frame it as nothing. Just come. It's casual. Don't be fooled by the framing. This is one of the most significant behavioral signals a woman can send without saying a single direct word. And here's the truth. Most men walk into these moments completely unaware of what they mean. They're polite, they're friendly, they do fine, and they never realize the stakes that were on the table. You now know the stakes. And knowing them doesn't mean you perform better for her inner circle. It means you walk in grounded, present, and completely yourself. Because you understand that what she's checking for isn't a performance. She's checking whether the version of you she's been falling for is real. And that's the whole thread running through all 11 of these signals. She's not testing you. She's discovering you. She wants to find out whether you're someone worth more than friendship, whether you're solid, whether you're here, whether there's enough depth and direction and warmth in you to make something real. Everything you just learned isn't a manipulation toolkit. It's a translation guide. Now you understand the language she's already been speaking. You can stop wondering if she's interested and start recognizing the answer she's already giving you. You can stop second guessing and start responding with confidence. You don't need to be perfect. You never did. You need to be present, grounded, and willing to meet her where the real conversation is actually happening, beneath the surface, in the signals most men never learn to read. That's not a trick. That's understanding. And that's what changes everything. If you're ready to stop chasing and start becoming the man women genuinely desire, subscribe to Swana Advice now. Turn on notifications because the next one will shift your reality